today I'm with the Vsett 10 Plus. Out for a quick ride, have a look around it, do a bit of a review, enjoy the video. Okay guys, it's a very windy day and I am out on the Vsett 10 Plus. And I'm hoping the audio is going to be okay, but it is a bit breezy today. So out on this lovely machine, it's only got a couple of bars of charge in it, which isn't perfect, but we'll have a look around. We're going to go down to the reservoir in Leighton and we're going to see if we can have a bit of a scoot down there. Use my indicators, which I seriously like having. Now we're going to try some GPS on this as well and actually see if we can record some speeds on the Vsett 10. Wow, these brakes are good and sharp on this one. They're a bit better than the NAMI was the other day. Now you guys have seen you've seen the 10 beforehand. It's a great machine. It's got dual motors, good sized battery. It's good for about 40-45 mile range. Picks up, no issue whatsoever. Suspension's quite nice on this. I actually find this easier to ride than I do the NAMI scooter. It's just smaller, it's just a bit more manageable. Let's take your speed bump. Wow, perfect. Feels good. Now we do not have an awful lot of power on this. To such an extent, in fact, that I think we may have to cut this quite short, which is a bit of a shame. And look at this, the indicator button down here. It's fantastic. Let's press that. Get the indicator on. Let's get this up in gear. So we've got it in gear 3. And let's whip along a bit. Trying to conserve a bit of battery power before we run out, because there is not an awful lot of juice. So only one bar showing, but it's showing on the other side, it's showing that I've got a bit more. Where should we go? Left or right? Should we go through here? Gonna have to do my famous duck down. There we go. Oh dear, that's hard work.
Let me tell you a few of the improvements of the Vsett 10 Plus compared to the Zero 10X. So there's a number of improvements which I think the 10X should have had, but it never got it. So the Vsett 10 got some of these items, and these are really my top items. Turn signal indicators. From the day of getting the 10X, I wanted to have turn signal indicators. I felt they made my life easier, safer. Cars, pedestrians, bikes and motorcycles could all see me coming. They're simple to use. It's a one-click on the handlebar on the left side or on the right side, and your indicators turn on for around 10 seconds and they flash on the front and on the back of the deck. They're really a fantastic addition. The second thing that I love is the NFC card reader. Now, that's very easy to use. You tap a card against it and it basically gives power to the display and the controllers and enables you to drive your scooter off. Without it, your scooter is effectively dead. It just asks for a card, it won't do anything. Obviously, I'm not suggesting you should still leave your scooter unattended in the street just because you've got an NFC card reader. You still should be bolting it up. You should make sure it is as secure as possible, because in London, they will steal it off you. So just be vigilant, be sensible. The fourth item that I think is fantastic, it's got the improved stem and locking mechanism. This has got a small screw which you have to undo. You then pull down a handle which then releases the stem, and on the side of it, the third security item is you have a pin which you have to lift upwards, and then that releases the stem to fall backwards. The stem also has a hook on it, and it hooks onto the back of the deck so that once the hook is then clipped on, you can lift the scooter up. I would say you do need to keep pressure applied to that, to the stem and to the hook, otherwise the scooter could drop quite quickly. So it's not something that actually locks into place and then is fixed permanently. It is nothing more than a hook. So you do need to make sure that it is affixed where you want it to be, and the scooter isn't going to drop, because obviously it's going to put your back out if it does do so. But it's a great addition, which the 010 does not have. That stem is much harder to deal with. You have to unratchet the clamps, then you lift it, drop it backwards, and then there's no way to lock it to your deck.
Okay, so this is the Vsett 10 Plus. Nice machine. I think this one's going to age well. I quite like the yellow on it. Works well. You've got your front headlight down here, 160mm rotors, nut hydraulic brakes. It's got suspension front and rear, which is just sort of standardized suspension. Good sized tyres. It's grippy, it's easy to use, it's not too heavy, completely different to the Nami, really different to the Nami. It's much lighter, feels much more nimble. You've got this wicked mechanism here, which has got this sort of double unlocking. So you unlock this part here, you bring this handle down, and then you have to remove this pin, and then the whole stem folds backwards, and then it actually locks because you have this locking mechanism, which then latches onto here. And it just feels a good, solid machine. Nice foot plate. I move my helmet out of the way. Got your 2 chargers on here, so they just pop off. You can obviously fast charge with 2 or just charge with 1 or the other. Deck plate, good and solid, not slippy, and this is made of rubber. And the display up here works pretty well. So all you do, this button turns it on, so you switch it on here. You can see it lights up. It's asking me for a card, if you can see that. I have to cover it up with the sunlight. And then there's a card here, Vsett card. What you do is you put it on the RFID reader just there, and you can see it's now come to life. So only 1 bar of battery left, but I have 55, if you can see that. And I've got until 50, and then she's gonna go dead. So we are gonna have to get her back. You've got your gear ratios here, and you've got plus and minus. So if we wanna go up a gear, we can just press here up to 3, which is the top. And then you've obviously got P settings you can go into as well. I'm going to switch her back off just to conserve power, otherwise we're going to be walking. You've got your horn here, so you just press that and you've got a horn. Sport button, that comes in and actually works for a number of seconds to give you a boost that you require. And then you've got your motors, your dual motors or single motors, because you've got 1 motor at the front and you've got another motor at the back. And these motors are 1400 watts each. Obviously peak power is going to be a bit more. This one needs a new cover for its Schrader valve, so I'll let them know when I get back to PET. And you've got rear indicators here, and then you've got front indicators which are down here, and they're operated by flicking this little button just here, and you just click it. Can you hear that? Clicking it down. Same on this one here. So you've got right, left. When you press it, they basically flash on and they operate for around 10 seconds and then cancel. Right, let's get back. Suspension is good on here. Nice and compliant, doesn't feel too heavy, just feels quite easy really. I really like it. I think Vsett got their market perfectly right. Okay, he's a nice little chap. This bridge is killing me. I hate it. Okay, so I have to keep bending all the way down to actually get under it. Dear me, hard work. A lot of people out relaxing, walking today. Just have to be slightly careful. Plus in this location, there's been a lot of people getting into trouble with the police with their scooters. It's a real shame. I can feel the power going on this thing. So we're at, don't know what power, 53. About 50, it's gonna die. Yeah, she's going so slow now. Amazing how much power I've lost. She's getting slower and slower and slower. I'm hoping I make it back. I haven't got far to go, probably half a mile. But I'm flat out and I'm doing 24. This is not what a Vsett 10 should be doing. So I'm not going to let the power go. I'm going to keep the power on. I'm worried that she's just going to conk out if I let the throttle go. Come on, Vsett. You can do it. 22 miles an hour. Oh, I'm in top gear as well. So she should be fast. I'm having to let the power go. Considering I came down here the other day at about 45. 20. Yeah, she's dying. Come on, keep going. And get her back into PET scooters where she can have a full charge, which I think she deserves perfectly. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that bell, subscribe, and like the video. And I hope to see you all very soon. A couple of videos coming out each week. There may even be 3 videos from now on, but we will be featuring many more things like the Vsett and the Nami, which you guys seem to like an awful lot. So that is the Burn E, and it is a beast scooter. So stay tuned, there's going to be loads more. We've also got a 355 Ferrari coming, which has got air ride suspension. It's been resto modded, it's got tanks in the boot for the air system, for the suspension, have all been done like one of the original boot builds you used to see in Max Power magazine all those years ago. So that's going to be an exciting one, and we may feature the 964 Carrera 2 as well with air ride, but that could be later. It's one that we featured originally about 1.5 years ago. So more cars coming up. We've also got an F8 Ferrari and loads more, so stay tuned.